I got a letter from a scientist in Tokyo, and he was studying a Japanese student who was able to, it was like an Uri Geller. Uri Geller's reported that he could put pictures onto a camera by just his thoughts. This kid could do the same. That professor, he built a device, this is one of his earlier ones with only one coil there, basically a Polaroid camera modified. His later one, he had basically 9 coils connected to basically like a lie detector test, tractor feed recording the electrical impulses from this experiment. Now remember, there's no light involved. Here's a picture of the latest one. The schematic is of this one. The film went here. That's how he pulled the Polaroid film out. And there is he opening up the Polaroid film here. Here's one of his first tests where the student did. He winds up putting JNA into the picture. Here's a target photo, and here's his result. You could see these lights show up, but it's a slightly different perspective, and this kind of blends out. You don't know what the mind was trying to put together there. Here's the target photo, street scene in Japan, and here's the results of him putting the picture into the camera. The picture, I don't know who the person is, maybe it's somebody the kid knows, and he put it in the picture. Here's another, this is the target here, and telephone pole, street full of cars. Here's what he did with his mind. It's the same building, you could see that. No cars, a couple of people here. Here's the telephone pole. It's casting a long shadow, which is evening time. And this picture showed it sometime in evening time, it's a long shadow. Here's the kid sitting in the chair, and he throws a picture of himself sitting in the chair here. Again, there's no light. So where's the photons to expose the silver iodide? Where? It doesn't exist. Here's a picture of an office building in someplace in Japan, I'm assuming it's Tokyo. But the image he puts in the camera is above the building, outside up in the sky, which is kind of interesting thing. I put all 4 on here. It's just amazing what he did. He did it in black and white and did it in color. So his mind was above the ground, above the building, and through the projection. That's amazing to me. I want to show you what the Japanese scientists did with the kid and what it looks like. This is the tractor feed stuff of what the kid did with his mind. It wasn't just light he was putting in there, but he also created enough voltage that it was picked up by those coils. This is an interesting one. Look at those spikes. That's a lot of voltage. While he was putting the picture into the camera. The consciousness is a separate carrier wave. You've got 2 carrier waves, and that's important to remember. You got one that's the matter part of the leaf or anything else. Then you have the consciousness superimpose the same coordinates in time and space. And even that information can produce light and also electrons.